The Hilliard Vintage Grand Prix is in full swing this weekend at Watkins Glen International, and models from the 1950s and earlier are revving up their engines. WENY's Connor Friedhoff has an inside look at one of the classic cars on site and how it compares to the new school of race cars.
The race car has been evolving constantly over the years. Built in 1962 and 1967 respectively, the difference between these Jaguar XKEs and modern-day machines is vast, both from the drivers' and onlookers' points of view.
It takes so much more driver input to be able to properly and perform well in a vintage car. Vintage cars, especially on the bias ply tires, lean a lot more, they slide a lot more. You don't have the electronics to be able to control the car, so it's a great deal more driver finesse that's required for these cars.
The present-day race car is filled to the brim with electric components, switches, and computers, each designed with the goal of granting the driver every possible advantage when out on track.
You got to be on your game. It's real. People think that vintage racing isn't racing. I would argue vintage racing's harder to do than some of the pro racing series out there now, because the cars are so different and so much harder to make them do exactly what you want them to do versus newer cars.
As SVRA itself has evolved, adding calendar dates and gracing famed tracks across the nation, the array of unique makes and models have propelled the series into the race-hungry hearts of fans all around, including right here in the Finger Lakes.
We always mix it up, but the fans just so embrace to see these machines still raced as they were prepared. These old cars, you kind of wiggle them through the corners, where the newer cars, you're on a straight line. It's like you're on rails.
Vintage racing cars showcase the many eras that have passed, displaying the impact of modern engineering and competition. Without them, the modern auto race would not exist as we know it today. From Watkins Glen International, I'm Connor Friedhoff for WENY News.